Warning. This is my own opinion about the price of Pi. It has nothing to do with the official price. I know most people are having doubts in their minds about the Pi network. Many have even relaxed in the daily mining activities, while some are just waiting it out. If you doubt me, check your mining app to see how many people have stopped mining on your team. The number of non-active pioneers these days is alarming. I hope you understand that I am speaking the truth. In some of my previous videos, I have consistently spoken the truth about the Pi network. But because people are eager to have the mainnet launch, so that they can sell off their Pi, and have some cash in their pocket, they have blinded their sight from reading the truth and their ears from hearing the truth. They only want to see and hear what seem to be positive news about the price of Pi and, obviously, when and where they can sell their Pi for cash. They have also ignored some facts that I pointed out in some of my previous videos. They are now wondering why it is taking so long. And why it feels like we are not at the mainnet, despite the fact that the mainnet has been launched. Some pioneers are also asking, is the mainnet actually launched? Well, I will once again explain in this video what exactly is going on, and possible date when transactions are likely to begin. This you may call the actual mainnet, the particular type of mainnet pioneers are waiting for. If you are interested, then stick around. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. This way you are notified anytime we upload a new video. Also take a little time to share the video, this might help someone else and also help the channel. I really appreciate your support. Now that I have gotten that out of the way, let's dive into the main video. When you were invited to start mining Pi, what was your intention? Did you just think that you will mine for a little period and then sell, and cash out? If that was your reason for mining Pi in the first place, then, there lies the problem. The reason why I am referring back to the beginning when you started mining Pi, is simple. You need to identify if the delay as you perceive it, is from the Pi network, or from your mindset. I will try and be a little more clearer. The Pi network started this journey with an intention, hence they released the white paper to further explain the concept behind the Pi coin. They also released the roadmap. This roadmap was designed to bring all pioneer to focus, to understand the different steps that might and will occur during the journey. There is a reason why it is called a roadmap. Map being the keyword there. If you ask me, I think they did a pretty good job, by providing and leading us all to the basic knowledge of Ming Pi, and also the expectations of using it when it eventually get listed. Or the idea of using it for the exchange of goods and services. Believe it or not, it is still an idea. Until we start using it to transact. All these happened before Pi network mining started. I hope I am making sense so far. The big question now is this, and that's what everyone has been shying away from unintentionally. Have you read these documents? Oh wait. I have another question. Have you accepted the terms of the process indicated in the roadmap of the Pi network? Because of what we perceive as delay to launching the mainnet. Some pioneers has not noticed. Oh. Let me rephrase. Most pioneers did not notice that the mainnet is actually in 2 pauses. Some of you are surprised now. Before I explain the 2 phases, let me put this in the public domain. Before the launch of the mainnet, there were a lot of speculations going on. Many called out that the Pi network project was a scam. They even went ahead to point out some red flags. And the internet got flooded with a lot of articles about the Pi network with relation to being a scam. But what many people did not notice, was that, these articles were from different bloggers or writers for different websites, and are similar to each other. This was a strong indication that the articles were being paraphrased and posted all over. In other words, the same article was being repeated by different people. When I noticed this, I asked myself these questions. Were they trying to gain popularity? Because the crypto market is also driven by speculations. Was these articles carved out of speculations? Or is the Pi network indeed a scam? If it is, I will definitely tag it a genuine scam. The red flags they pointed out in the articles never stood as fact, because the project took another turn that was not expected by them. Case in point, the release of the Blockchain Explorer, the release of the Pi wallet, and then, the testnet phase. But do you know why these articles made waves and was able to convenience a lot of people not to mine Pi? Because, some so-called pioneers, were only interested in searching the internet for the price of pi, and when exactly they can offload the coins and get rich. The internet started buzzing with the question, what is the price of pi? But underneath the carpet, the same bloggers were downloading the Pi app and joined in the race to mint the coin. That raised a question mark in my mind. Now let's jump back to the two phases of the mainnet. As we are all aware, PINETWORK has launched the mainnet, but we are still unable to transact. Let me break it down as much as I can, seeing that not everyone is free, or inclined to going through the release documents. Yay! I agree with you. It is long, with a lot of scientific English and boring mathematical representation. Right? Anyways, the long and short of the whole document is this, at least the area that points to the mainnet launch. The mainnet will be launched in two phases. The first phase will be known as the firewalled mainnet, that is, the enclosed mainnet. This means pioneers can use the Pi minted from the app to buy and pay for goods and services within themselves freely, and also transfer within themselves. This simply means, pioneers cannot transfer, withdraw, receive or exchange Pi for another cryptocurrency outside the Pi community. But here is the catch. All these will not see the light of day, if the pioneer has not performed KYC. I know this sounds like back to square one situation. Moving on. How do we KYC? Pioneers are asking. The PINETWORK team, also known as the core team, is working tirelessly to design, develop and deploy a PINETWORK KYC app that will be responsible for this exercise. But there is no official date for the completion and release of the KYC app. What we know is that testing of the KYC app is already in progress, hence the 50 slots distribution to all countries to KYC as a test pilot for the app. We also know that pioneers must complete this process or stand a chance of losing their minted Pi. Let me quote the official document released by the core team. By the way, you can find it on your Pi app as well. And I quote, "There will be a rolling grace period of 6 calendar months for a pioneer to complete KYC. Therefore, the pioneer loses all the Pi mined outside of the rolling 6-month window, and is unable to transfer the lost Pi to the mainnet." End of quote. The second phase of the mainnet is the open mainnet, or the open network. In this phase, all pioneers who have performed their KYC successfully will be able to transact in and outside the Pi community. Simply put, the mainnet will not be firewalled. Other crypto communities will be able to transact with pioneers of the PINETWORK. Sounds good, right? I know this is where everyone wants to be at this time of launch, or should I say, what everyone was expecting as the launch of the mainnet. But, I wonder why everyone is really surprised about this. I had mentioned this in my previous videos, and believe me, I was not speculating. I mentioned in those videos that the mainnet will be launched on the 14th day of March, 2022. Following the origin and the concept by which the name Pi was derived, I was able to give this date. I suggest you go and watch the videos again and fully understand what my explanations was then. One more thing. In one of the videos, I also came to my own conclusion on what the price for Pi would likely be. Warning. This is my own opinion about the price of Pi. It has nothing to do with the official price. The truth is that no one, including the core team, knows what the price of Pi would be. But let's take a look at this in another way. I talked about the importance of the security circle in one of my videos, and months later the core team emphasized on the importance of the security circle in one of their release documents. I talked about the importance of the Pi browser. Funny how the Pi browser has become a host for nearly everything concerning Pi, including the KYC app. I also talked about the actual date for the mainnet, and behold, the mainnet was released earlier than I mentioned but was firewalled. With the intention of a second phase launch, that will definitely correspond with the date that I predicted as launch date. Now I have a video where I also talked about the price of Pi, and I gave my mathematical conclusion, in English of course, of the possible and likely price for Pi. Don't you think it is worth watching? I rest my case. My advice for you watching this video is for you to find and watch these videos mentioned. Best place to search is the PINETWORK playlist on my channel. If not for anything, just for the heck of it. Be prepared and ready. This is Basic Knowledge, and my name is Tony. Till my next video. Keep mining.